right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, thank you so much, guys. I'm here tonight just to give you a little detail here what I'm doing. I want to thank you so much for those that have commented on my post that I did a couple of days ago. Uh, listen, I want to thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for everything. Uh, I'm just going to come tonight talk about the playoff game, my picks and predictions, my new not intro yet. My new stuff I'm gonna do starting only Mondays and Fridays. So I'm gonna dedicate my show only Mondays and Fridays. So my Monday is gonna consist of if you see it there, Monday night sports breakdown. And then I'm gonna use, as you see my Monday, I also have a Friday. And this is going to be my Friday night sports preview. So I have a breakdown and a preview. And that's what I'm going to go for now. I'm not going to do this in the weekend. I will go live and I'll let you guys know to my subscriber when I will go live. But right now, that is my one of my goals for 2026. Now, I'm still working on my intro. I know I did this first intro when you start the program, but that's what I want to do. So let me get back to what I was talking about earlier. We have the AFC Patriots at Broncos. As you know, Bo Nix is out for the playoffs with a broken ankle. Uh, we have Mays going into a championship game round at Denver. Uh, Listen, both defense are good guys. Uh, I look at the Patriot offense; it's much better than the Denver's offense. The advantage that the Denver Bronco has is they're playing actually at home. Then we have, and that'll be the first game, I think, at 3 o'clock at 3:30. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Then we have the second game. We have the Rams and the Seahawks. Another good battle in the NFC. My concern is the quarterback for Seattle, Donald. I mean, with his injury, even though he has an oblique injury, he did play, beat the 49ers, which they actually swept the 49ers. Then you got Stratford, which, listen, guys, I'm really rooting for him because this is probably his last roll to the Super Bowl if he makes it, right? So it's probably his last year, probably. I mean, he's having a tremendous career. So I'm gonna give you my picks in a few minutes. Once again, you see my little scoreboard there. That's the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Chicago Blackhawks. They're tied 0-0, and now they are in overtime. So a new scoreboard that I'm also working on. Uh, like I told you guys, I'm gonna do a lot. I mean, I have a lot of stuff planned for 2026. So, so now they are in overtime, and there's 2:38 remaining in overtime. So it's 1-1, by the way. So I'm trying to have some scoreboard. NBA, NHL. We are a month away from spring training baseball. So, and I still have a lot to talk about the Miami Dolphins. I haven't got there yet. I will get there soon. Just give me a chance. I will talk about the new GM Sullivan and Heffley, the head coach. I took time to watch videos and see their press conferences, and yeah, I feel very optimistic what I see. But it's going to be a learning process, a big process, because once again, a defensive coach becoming a coach in the league. I'm not saying that a defensive coach could do the job. There's some coach that could do it, come as defense, and they're done successful. And there's a lot to talk about because I also want to talk about John Harbaugh in New York, and this is for the Giants fans. So you signed him for 5 years. So are you looking for 5 years to win 3 Super Bowls or win 2 Super Bowls, or just take 5 years and take me to the playoffs? That's a question I have for the New York Giants fan. And listen, I'll do my resume on him the same way I do the resume for Sullivan, which I said it before. I think that was a great GM. The coach, listen, let's give him a chance, an opportunity. Uh, I like what he said in the press conference. Once again, everybody loves what it says in the press conference, but when it comes to the real thing, let's see what happens, because we know how fans are. Now, I'm talking about me personally, not about other fans. Okay? No, I'm not an individual. I have to see it to believe it. I don't go there. I want to see the progression. I want to see the evaluation. I want to see what it's going to take. Listen, this team is not going to tank. That came out from the coach. Basically, we're not tanking. Those are the things I can see. They're about to change this team. And listen, it's going to be hard because of the contract structure, the salary cap, and you got the draft coming up and players on free agency. So it's going to be tough for the actual coach and GM. But listen, they could do it. They could take care of it. So let me go to my picks and predictions, and I tell you already who's playing. And this is my final pick. I like the Rams to beat Seattle 27-24. I like New England. Close game, 23-20. I think all these 2 games are going to get close, because if you see it, basically the home teams have won good games, but the road team is also playing pretty well, defensive-wise. And if you look at this year, I think it's more of a defense than an offense in these playoffs. So, of course, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Well, here's my pick. Now, I don't have my prediction, but I believe New England will be back again. It'll be amazing what Grable did. If it's not New England, listen, I will not get upset if the Denver Broncos makes it in. The Rams, I think they have better experience, but they're going to face a tough defense in Seattle. So listen, it could go either or. It's going to be probably the best playoffs we ever had, and it's been so far. If you haven't watched all the games, but this is what I see, all right? And that is my pick, my personal pick. And once again, I'm going to go to my my Monday night sports preview, and this is my Monday night breakdown. So I got a Friday and a Monday. So I'll be doing both at 7 o'clock p.m., and then I will tell you if I go live. These I might do as recording and just give you all the information you guys need to know that's going around the sports, around the world sports. There's so many things going on with NBA. College football is gone. Congratulations to Indiana. They beat Miami. We got the draft coming up. By the way, they're now in a shootout in Chicago. So it's not second, it's a shootout. Let me see if this one has a shootout. I guess it doesn't have a shootout on my side, and maybe it does. Let me change it here. This is what I'm working on, and it is a shootout. So I guess this doesn't have it. So they are actually in a shootout right now. So it's still 1-1. But anyhow, there's shots on gold right now. Chicago has, well, that was my mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Reset that. I guess the scoreboard, I'm just learning the scoreboard anyhow. So it's actually 18 shots. I'm just working on this, guys. I'm just testing this out. This is not the official. And Tampa Bay has 31 shots. So and they are in the shootout. But anyhow, that's what I want to say. I mean, make it short and simple tonight. Uh, I'm going to work on this. I'm taking my time, and hopefully, I could get back on track. This is one of the logos that I'm working, one of the overlays that I'm working. I'm working on other overlays, just to give you guys a heads up, and hopefully, I could get better at this, spend more time. Remember, I do have a full time job, so I'm trying to make it as best as I can to give you guys all the information you guys need. But yeah, once again, my Monday podcast. Remember, AFC playoffs starts Sunday. By the way, first game at 3 o'clock. Then you got second game at 6:30, and then of course you got my actual picks. I'll show my picks again. You tell me in the comment, who do you like, who do you pick, who are you going for on Sunday, and you could put down there also who is going to be your Super Bowl team making it to the Super Bowl. And this is my Super Bowl team. All right. That's all I have for you guys. Plain and simple. Didn't went on detail, not too much. Like I said, this is something I'm going to put out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Once again, have a blessed weekend. Enjoy your day. Stay positive, and listen, fins up. Thank you so much.